Barcelona signed the best striker on the planet. He needed to be the center of attention at all times. That's how it worked. Zlatan was the best, and everyone else needed to bend to his will. At least this is what he thought when he joined Barcelona. But he didn't realize that there was a new superstar that would take his spotlight, and he didn't like this at all. No one could prepare him or the Barcelona fans for the scenes that would take place over the next 12 months. But Zlatan was only one of the many victims of Lionel Messi. I'll show you all 5. This video might change your opinion on Lionel Messi forever. We start off with maybe Messi's best friend in football. Neymar Jr. came to Europe as the best talent to ever come out of Brazil. So in the mind of many Brazilians, he was destined to become a level above Lionel Messi. The initial plan was to join Barcelona in 2013, wait for a 26-year-old Messi to finally decline, and then take his crown as the best player in the world. But it didn't work out like this. It started off okay, with Neymar scoring 15 goals in his first season and winning 1 trophy. However, it was the next season when everything took off. Barcelona signed Luis Suarez and formed the famous MSN partnership. They took over their entire world. Between the 3 players, they scored 122 goals in 1 season, and Neymar was responsible for 39 of them. If you watched this trio, you knew you was watching greatness. Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. See, that right there was always the issue. Messi was always on top, Suarez was second, and Neymar was only a side character in 3rd place. It felt like it didn't matter what Neymar did, he would never be considered as an equal to Messi. Everything came to the spotlight during this famous remontada against PSG. Neymar had won a penalty, scored 2 goals, and got a last-minute assist to single-handedly drag Barcelona to the next round of the Champions League. But who did the players congratulate? Messi. Who did the fans celebrate with? Messi. Who did the media say was the savior? Messi. This was the day that he made the decision to leave Barcelona. He was tired of being in the shadow of Messi, and he needed to become his own player with his own legacy. Messi begged him to stay, even stating that he could take all of the penalties and that the team will help him win a Ballon d'Or. But Neymar had made his decision. It wasn't anything that Messi could have done. Messi loved Neymar and would do anything to play with him. However, this next player was probably the only player that Messi hated. Messi has been with his wife for over 15 years after being childhood sweethearts. He stayed at Barcelona for 21 years, even after watching them get mismanaged for many years. The moral of the story is Messi is loyal. He is one of the most loyal players in football history. So when he heard this story about a teammate, he just couldn't respect him anymore. It's not many things that can make Messi hate someone, but cheating is one of those things. Therefore, when he was told that his friend's wife cheated on him with an Argentine player, there was no way that he would be allowed to play for the country ever again. In 2013, the whole football world was up in arms after hearing the news that Icardi had been sleeping with Maxi Lopez's wife behind his back. But no one was as mad as Lionel Messi, because Messi was actually very close to Maxi Lopez. They had played together at Barcelona for a few years in his early days. So this caused Icardi to be absolutely exiled from the national side. Even after scoring over 100 goals in 4 years for Inter Milan, Icardi never got a call-up for the national squad. Messi has never really commented on the situation, but many fans speculate that he is the one that controls who joins the squad and who is kicked out of the squad to make sure that squad morale stays up. No one really liked Icardi after the incident, and especially not Maradona, who had a few choice words to say about him. Now 10 years later, even after being one of the best strikers in the world, Icardi only has 8 appearances for the Argentina national team. Icardi's international career was a victim of Messi, but this next player would have never expected to have the same fate. As stated earlier, Zlatan Ibrahimovic was the king. Every club in the world was obsessed with signing the Swedish superstar. So when Barcelona pulled the trigger and signed him on a swap deal in 2009, the whole of Catalonia was excited. The best striker in the world was going to maybe the best club in the world. Surely nothing could go wrong. That's until Messi came to the picture. Honestly, there was nothing that he could have done about it. I think he was just too good. Pep Guardiola decided to play Messi as a striker, which meant Zlatan would be on the bench. As expected, Zlatan didn't take this well at all. He went up to Guardiola and said this: "You bought a Ferrari, but you drive it like a Fiat." He was referencing the role he was playing in the side, a role to accommodate Messi. He was at times being put as a right winger just to let Messi play as a striker. That doesn't sound that crazy now, but you have to remember this. At the time, Zlatan was considered the best striker in the world, a level above Messi as a striker. So moving Zlatan out of position was absolutely crazy at the time. This caused Pep and Zlatan to have many confrontations, with Zlatan saying that he actually brought his Ferrari to the training ground and parked it in front of Pep's office just because he knew that Guardiola hated those type of cars. It was war inside the Barcelona training camp. Every fan felt like they had to pick a side, Zlatan versus Messi. But in the end, Ibrahimovic was actually forced out of the club after only 1 year because he refused to change his game so Messi can shine. Zlatan has said multiple times that he actually has no hard feelings towards Messi and generally thinks that he's the GOAT. He just hates Guardiola as a man. He really likes Messi, just like many people on this list. But this next club hates everything about him. In 2005, Real Madrid were by far and away the most successful club in Spain. Barcelona at this time were considered the noisy little neighbors. Real Madrid had 29 league titles to Barcelona's 17. They were fresh off of a Galactico era, with stars such as Zinedine Zidane, Beckham, Raúl, and Ronaldo all shining for Los Blancos. But they would never be able to guess that Barcelona would soon move into a period of pure dominance over the next few years, and that the reason was because of this small, skinny Argentine kid. It all started in 2007, where Messi scored his first ever hat-trick in his career. From that day forward, Real Madrid fans knew that they were in trouble. He has scored the most ever El Clasico goals with 26 and also has the most assists with 14. Every season he found a new way to punish Real Madrid. He scored free kicks, penalties, and he even scored solo goals. They tried so hard to stop him, but they never had an answer for him. It got to the point where Jose Mourinho used to make whole game plans around stopping him. Players like Pepe and Sergio Ramos would purposefully try to injure him. It was violent, frankly a bit criminal, but they just couldn't stop him. He was the architect behind some of the craziest defeats in Real Madrid history, like the 6-2 defeat in 2009 or the 5-0 defeat in 2010, and even the Champions League semi-final loss. Real Madrid only won 3 titles in 12 years when Messi was in his prime. His most iconic moment probably happened in 2018 though, when he ghosted into the box unmarked and scored a last-minute winner, and did one of the most iconic celebrations in the history of the sport. This celebration inspired many young players for years to come. Despite all of these years of Real Madrid players kicking him and attacking him, he always found a way to come out on top. But throughout his whole time, he was in tight competition with a certain Portuguese winger, a competition to be the best footballer of all time. And it's up for debate if he was truly a victim. Of course, I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, and we need to go through all of the facts, because to this day, there's still a debate on who is the GOAT. I will list off a few accomplishments and I'll let you be the judge of this. Messi has 8 Ballon d'Ors, Ronaldo has 5 Ballon d'Ors. Messi has 6 golden shoes, Ronaldo has 4 golden shoes. Messi has 4 Champions Leagues, while Ronaldo has 5 Champions Leagues. Messi had won 6 league titles in the 9 seasons Ronaldo was in La Liga, with Ronaldo only winning 2 titles. The awards are on Messi's side in this argument, but let's have a look at their head-to-head record. Messi has scored 22 goals in 36 games against Ronaldo, and Ronaldo has scored 21 goals, whilst Messi has 12 more assists in the exact same amount of games. It's a close duel, no debate about that, but I think recently Messi has overtaken Ronaldo, and most fans agree that his World Cup win now cements him a place as the GOAT. But this rivalry actually started 15 years ago, in a Champions League final between Manchester United and Barcelona. See, at the time, Ronaldo was widely considered the best player in the world, as he swept up every single individual award in the 2007-2008 season. So naturally, when Barcelona came to town to face Manchester United, many people thought that Ronaldo would be the star of the show and win his 2nd Champions League with ease. But this wasn't the case at all. Ronaldo was overall ineffective, and Messi scored an iconic header to beat Man United. This was the result that changed everything. Messi was now considered at the same level as Ronaldo, and this rivalry will go on for many years, with Messi getting the better of Ronaldo the majority of the time. The most famous case of this has to be his iconic goal in the Champions League semi-final, where Ronaldo could only watch as Messi dribbled past 4 of his teammates and slided into the bottom corner. Without Messi around, Ronaldo would be the undisputed GOAT, but with Messi, he's always going to be behind one player. Maybe in the past there was a debate, but I think we all know that Cristiano Ronaldo is a victim of Lionel Messi.